Merry Christmas! Ho, ho, ho! I'm Chris, and this is PGTT 120. Welcome to our Christmas special. We have a mince pie. We have a Christmas tree. We have a special Christmas hat. And of course, nothing says Christmas quite like a king tiger working its way through the Ardennes. Now, what are we going to do tonight? Right, well, I think what we'll do is we're going to have a bit of fun. All right. Now, I was looking at what I would do for the thumbnail, and I was thinking of one of those North Yorkshire moors, pictures of Sir Nigel Gresley in the snow, the big billowing smoke, and that would look fantastic. And then I suddenly realised that I don't have any of those photos, and I'd have to use somebody else's. And I started looking at how much it costs to buy somebody else's copyright, and it was all getting rather expensive. And I thought, well, okay, perhaps we should do something else then, since I'm not supposed to be trying to spend any money on this. These Christmas cost so much. Right, so instead, I thought, well, why don't we have a little bit of fun making one of our little layouts into a bit of a snow scene. Now, the obvious one, because it's the one that's going to get cleared off anyway, is Marwar Junction. But then I got myself thinking, before I snow it up, is there anything that we can do that's maybe a little bit different for snowing it up? Then I remembered that way back 1,000 years ago, so it seems, when I was back as a model maker, working in doing a lot of stuff for stills photography and so on, and advertising, I ended up working with a couple of guys, a photographer and a model maker, who did a lot of work for Hasbro, and we did a lot of snow scenes and beach scenes that were all photographed and then put on the front of the toy boxes. And back then, quite often, we were doing a lot of that photography work before a particular product had actually been manufactured. So Hornby didn't invent that idea of advertising stuff that hasn't been made. Toy manufacturers have been doing that since day one. So we would have to come up with ideas of if we were doing a snow scene. One was a Playmobil thing, I think it was. We did a snow scene. We were quite often applying a snow effect onto things that were a prototype, a production prototype or whatever, a pre-production prototype. And so these things didn't want to be permanently damaged. They needed to be, if we possibly could help it, something that we could clean off the snow. And that's where we use a bit of salt and a bit of icing sugar. Open the packet there because I was testing it earlier. Right, so ta-da! Now we're going to have a little bit of fun with these. The reason why we're doing this is because we can then hoover it off. You can hoover most of the salt. We'll do salt as the base, and then we'll sprinkle over the buildings. Buildings work really well with caster sugar, and also some of the finer areas. You want to do a fine sprinkling of this. You get a nice cover, and it looks really effective. Okay, and then of course you can hoover most of this up, and what's left, which is really normally a little bit of the icing sugar, you might have to go in there with a little brush and damp cloth to clean a few bits and bats off. If you've got a little area that you think is going to be particularly difficult to clean off, don't cover it. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to do a little bit of a snow scene for Christmas, and then we're going to have a bit of a running session, get some stuff flying around, just for a bit of fun. Okay. Now something else. This video will be uploaded on Friday the 22nd of December. It will be my last one before Christmas, and it should be the one that's by that point the Hornby TT120 Club magazine should have come out, and there you will find that I've been allowed to tell a little bit more of my story by the editor, and so I'd like to thank him. Cheers, Paul, for the opportunity. And if you're new to the channel and you've come to this channel because you've seen that article, it isn't always a bit of a bonkers thing like this. Some of it's quite serious and proper. Not a lot of it, but most of it I think is reasonably entertaining, and I think some of it is helpful. At least I hope so. So if this is the first time you come to the channel, please like, subscribe. It really helps. You'll find there's other ways to help the channel as well. There's down below there are things like affiliated links to the Hornby site, where I get a very small commission if you purchase your TT120 items. If you're tempted by this Christmas to go out and get yourself one of the fantastic sets, either the digital or the digital ready sets. I think they're all available at the moment. But anyway, enough jibber jabber as usual. I'm going to get myself around this, and then we're going to crack on. See you on the other side. Well, that was a bit silly, wasn't it? It was fun. I enjoyed myself. I've got some nice shots, I think, hopefully. Now, you may have noticed that the ice, it was now a full full train. Say full, they run them in eights, and they sometimes run two eights together as a 16, but I don't really see the point of running a 16. As an 8, it needs a bigger layout, doesn't it? To be honest, it looks a bit daft going around that little circle. Proper tail chaser. You can see it's on radius 2. It can see its tail. Anyway, yeah. So that's we've got first class nose, the driver unit, first class pantograph unit. Then you've got the dining class. Then you've got and you've got 3, 4 second class regular carriages. Then you've got a second class pantograph and a second class driver unit at the end. Okay, so you've got 5 second class coaches, bistro, and 2 first class. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that one day in probably about 2 years' time on the big loft layout, which will eventually happen. Right, so if you're a couple of things I want to point out. The salt was really easy to get up. The glass of sugar was a royal pain in the backside, and I will never do that again. Marbar, if I'm ever going to use it again, Marbar will need redressing because the sugar did get into some of the bits, and basically after a few hours gets enough moisture out of the air, and then you're done, really. So don't use sugar if you're going to do something silly like this. Just use salt. PGTT 120 as a channel. We've not been going a year, and we're doing pretty good, I think. I really would like a heartfelt say at this at Christmas. I'd like to say a big thank you to the people that started following me way back and have stuck with me. You know who you are, and all the people that since then as well who've joined. You're all you're all of value to me, I promise. And I love it when you guys comment. I really don't mind a bit of banter. You can take the mickey out of what I've been doing. That's all part of the fun. If you've got any serious suggestions for other topics or your own permanent snows, stick them in the comments so that people can read them, so I can read them, so I can learn from them too. Okay. Other ways to support the channel. If you're new, if you've come to me because you've seen the article in the TT120 Club magazine, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and those things really help the algorithm. They get the things out there. There's a bell thing, which I don't know if you're familiar with. Excuse me. Various options. It's basically an alarm system or notification system. So you click on the various, if you want everything that I've ever done being sent to you, then you click one, and there's one where there's various variations. You can look through it yourself. What else to say? Every now and then you'll see affiliate links below. Invariably, I do a little bit with Amazon, but I mainly do it with Hornby. That gets a little bit of traction Hornby's way. They give me a tiny percentage, which is great. That small amount of money. So far, I've been paid. It took about 3 months to come through. It's about £65, and that money went towards getting 3 coaches dressed. And what we're going to do is over the period of the year that I'm likely to have them as competitions. And as soon as we hit 1,000, we will do a competition for one of the coaches. Okay, a very simple one. All right, one of those silly things where you have to like and share it on social media. So I get a little bit of benefit from it. Get a coach as a thank you. So it's not really a competition; it's a promotion, I suppose. There you go. Really, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I hope Santa brings you what you want in your stocking. I've got a few choice things I've asked for. I'm not sure if I'm going to get them. I'm not sure if I've been good enough. I've been too naughty. Anyway, time to like and subscribe. Ring the little bell. Poke Peachy in the face. And then Jimmy, my boy, will put up a video here and a video there. One of them will be probably the latest. One of them will probably be one of the playlists. Okay. Anyway, like I said, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Take care.